Hey guys, my name is Artemio, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that I found to be really interesting, and some of you may be upset with this news, but there was an article where EA announced that they are pondering the idea of having a subscription base for their upcoming Battlefield titles, so like Bad Company 4, and the way it would work is that each month you would pay a small fee to play the multiplayer, but you would get access to everything. So I wanted to explain why this probably wouldn't actually be a bad idea. I know some of you may be annoyed or frustrated with this and assuming that EA is just trying to get more money. That probably is the case, but I want to explain why having a subscription base and having this set up in the appropriate way could actually be a very, very good thing for first-person shooters and the multiplayer. So first things first, I would assume that the subscription would mirror something along the lines of the MMO model, so that each month you would pay a flat amount. I don't think it would be as high as a lot of the MMOs, which is around $15, but I think if it was around like $5, I would be okay with that. But the main thing is that when you have a subscription base like this and you're having continual income going into, their company, they can employ employees that will continuously patch, bring updates to the game that normally wouldn't be available. So right now, one of the largest complaints from the Battlefield community is that patches and DLC updates are not coming quickly enough. So if you've noticed, the really large patches are months in between, even small fixes don't come that often, and a lot of the Battlefield community is just kind of getting sick of the slow response time of DICE and EA for upcoming patches. And what I would hope is that with having a subscription base, that would eliminate this problem and we would have a more continuous flow of patches and fixes into the game. So one of the main benefits of playing an MMO is that you're constantly being supported and updated by the developers. So each week, for World of Warcraft, I think it was on Tuesday, Star Wars, I think it's on Wednesday, but really just for these large MMOs, you're being constantly updated on these days with small bug fixes, large patches with new content balance changes, or just server maintenance. And that's a nice thing about MMOs, even though some people complain that it happens too often and you have to take servers down. For the most part, it makes for a more enjoyable experience in the long run. Things are being fixed constantly, and one of the main reasons why they're able to do this is because they can have staff, because they're being paid through the subscription fee. But transfer that into a first-person shooter setting. If we're paying a small subscription base, hopefully now we're getting patches on a weekly basis. We're getting balance patches, larger content balance patches on a monthly basis and not a 4-month basis, which is basically what's occurring right now. And it's going to become more of a service, and it looks like that would be not a bad idea. And some people would say that the multiplayer needs to be perfect and the game needs to be perfect at release. We're paying for a completed product. But to be honest, that's not really what has occurred, in the gaming industry right now. Games come out, they need to be patched, they need to be fixed, and balance patches need to happen because, things become overpowered. The developers don't see that. And if balance changes weren't continuous, the game becomes what it is now, where things are overpowered for months and nothing happens. So I do get the complaint that games need to be complete and they need to be balanced when the game is initially released, because we are paying, or we would assume that we're paying for a complete product. But I just feel like, with the way that we're requiring patches on a weekly basis, I know a lot of people just want content more frequently. I think that a subscription or more of a service would be more beneficial for this new type of system that a lot of people are now requiring developers for the multiplayer. But continuing on those lines, I think that a subscription base would also, make DLCs happen a lot faster as well. If we're paying a subscription base in MMOs, if you've played like World of Warcraft or really any MMO, you'll know that they're always providing new content because you're paying a subscription. So you're getting new dungeons, you're getting new, armor sets, all that kind of stuff in an MMO. And if we did that for a first-person shooter, maybe we wouldn't have to pay for, future DLCs. They would just happen more frequently. Every 2 months we would get, a couple of new maps, like 4 new maps, new weapons and stuff like that. I think that would be fantastic. And I think a lot of people would get behind that because, you're only paying, let's say, like $5 a month, but you're getting constant fixes, you're getting constant updates, and you're also getting new content. So I would be completely behind this idea if we paid for a small subscription base And as long as it's set up correctly, where we're not just giving them money because they think they deserve money, but they're actually providing us with a service and not just, like I said, taking our money, I think it would be a great idea, and it would actually improve the multiplayer in first-person shooters greatly. And I think that future first-person shooters, if they adopt this model, not only will the games last longer because they're always getting updated, but they're just going to be more enjoyable because, you're getting updates, things are actually being fixed, and problems that people are complaining about now won't be a problem in a couple of weeks. So that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think on this topic. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Let me know in the comment section below. Please don't just say it's a bad or good idea. I want to know why you guys think this way. I always love hearing what you guys have to say. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more videos. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.